an orgy of racist violence. My goodness, this journalist was cooking, right? Because you gotta understand what it's like to be a journalist. Like, you wake up one morning in a very safe neighborhood, right? And you go to your job, you take your soy latte, you sit down, and you're looking at the news, because he's not actually on the scene, right? Like, he doesn't actually go there. He's looking at the news, and he sees what happens, and then he has to think of a title. He's got to think of a thumbnail, you know? Like, what can we do about this? An orgy of racist violence. I guess this is like the repressed British pornography, right? Because Keir Starmer took away British people's porn, and now the journalists, like, they can't think of anything outside that box, right? So it's like, oh, God damn it, I need to go on Pornhub, but first I need to write the article. But shit, I can't go on Pornhub. I have to dox myself. Damn you, Keir. Damn you. An orgy of racist violence, right? And then he's got to make the thumbnail. He's got to make the right thumbnail, you know, to show that orgy of racist violence. And so he takes a picture of a burning car and a couple of firefighters, and then he places himself like the authoritative source, right? Like the man of reason, like surrounded by the irrational, surrounded by the hatred. You have like the pillar, the bastion of intellectualism. The man that was created by the academia, the man that stands between the order and the chaos. And more importantly, he is going to tell the British people how to think about this. Because here, you know, the city is making headlines around the world again for all the wrong reasons, right? Like, he is the person that communes with reason. He is part of the cult of reason, and he understands reason. He understands order. He understands common decency. And he is there in order to take the hatred and bring it to the light. To make sure that he vaccinates the people from falling into the wrong opinions. Man, the job of a journalist is really hard, isn't it? Holy shit. Now, let's talk a little bit about what happened. And we can assess a couple of things. First of all, there was an interesting incident. A gentleman that seemed to be of African origin, I believe, right? He got the guy, like an Irish chap, and was about to behead him. And apparently he also did some serious eye damage to the left eye of that individual. And luckily, it wasn't the police, because like the British police was probably invested into stopping hate online and keeping children from watching titties on the internet. And so they were probably understaffed for things like this. They weren't on the scene, but luckily some actual citizens were on the scene. I even saw a lady as she was filming this. And even the lady was like more courageous than the police, which didn't happen to be there. Also, Keir Starmer, that said he will keep people safe, again, online, wasn't there either, right? So, like, how can British people defend themselves without Keir Starmer? Keir Starmer actually did take away the people's ability to defend themselves, right? Like, if you look at British self-defense laws, they're atrocious compared to Americans. So British people can't have guns, they can't have potato peelers, they can't have knives, unless you're a Sikh. But again, unfortunately, there was no Sikh present in order to try to stop this madman. And a couple of citizens, like, they managed to get a stick or something, and they attacked the guy, they got him off. Surprisingly, the guy that managed to get the attempted murderer off the other citizen didn't get persecuted. But there's still time, so we'll see what happens. But, okay, what's fascinating is that I saw a lot of British people very concerned, right? Like politicians, horrified. Horrified, not of the event, but because the event was filmed and uploaded on the internet. And it's like, oh, concerning, oh, so concerning, so concerning. It's sparking hatred, concerning. So, like, the risk-averse managerial network is under concern and strain. Meanwhile, pictures like this, with what the riot has done, these are not concerning. These are actually pictures that should be shown, right? So, like, the damage from the riot, that should be seen by everybody. Just like the cop that knelt on George Floyd's neck. Like, those images have to be widely distributed. Or like the dead immigrant child on the beaches of Greece, for those of you that remember. Or the child in the ambulance in Syria that was rescued by the white helmets. Like, there are some images that the government thinks should be mandatory viewing. Like that documentary, Adolescence, right? Like, that is something that the government wants people to see. But the footage of a real-life event with no commentary added, with absolutely nothing editorialized, concerning. Huge concern. Okay, interesting. Right. So, I guess in order to prevent this from happening in the future, you need more censorship, right? And I think Keir Starmer and a couple of other politicians have vouched to crack down on X, because that's where the image has spread. Very interesting, right? I can't even upload it on YouTube because I'm pretty sure it would immediately get taken down. So there's no point in even trying. But most of you probably have seen it on X. For some reason, it wasn't in the media either. Wasn't anywhere. Now, here's what I find also interesting. Right, so the vehicles and the homes have burned in an orgy of racist violence. Okay. Why is nobody, not a single person, like, correct me if I'm wrong, not a single person asking, but why did that black man try to decapitate a British citizen? Like, I mean, like, just interesting. I know it's like usually Islam or whatever, you know. No. I want to know, like, why exactly does he say? Like, what is his claim? What does the man say? Nobody's asking. Why is that? Isn't it interesting? Wouldn't you like to know? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, maybe it is what we are all thinking of. But I want to hear it from him. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, why did he do it? What possessed him to do such an act? What does his parents think? Huh? Can we ask that? Like, do British people not ask, like, but what does his mother think of this? Like, why are these questions that aren't even asked? Now, look, I'm not saying we should ask them. I'm saying, like, the journalists should be pressured in asking them, right? Like, this guy, Liam Tunney, right? He's a journalist. He's an analyst. He does analysis, right? Can we not find out, Liam Tunney, why did that man try to decapitate someone, and what does his mother think about this? I don't care what the answer is. Like, maybe he doesn't have a mother. Maybe, I don't fucking know. But I want you to ask him. I want you to analyze, right? Like, because the interesting thing is that these people do hyper-analysis when it's about the right. Oh, I mean, they have a documentary, Adolescence, right? Like, right-wingers, they do orgies of violence because of Andrew Tate. Because of incel culture. Like, they know, like, they are using a microscope in order to figure out why right-wingers do the things that they do. But when it's about, like, someone that's not a right-winger doing worse things, in my opinion, all of a sudden, they don't even want to know. Why don't you want to know? Like, let's find out, you know? Like, let's ask some questions. Let's see what the answer is. What possessed him to do that? Maybe he can say it's Islam. Okay, but, like, why does he do it and the Muslims in Romania don't? Like, we can then, you know, like, start asking the academia, right? Like, isn't the academia designed to figure out certain things, like mysteries of the universe? Like, why is it that their Muslims behave like that, but the Muslims in Poland or Hungary don't? Or there are Muslims in the UK that do not try to behead someone on the streets, right? So, like, why is it that that particular man did it? And again, what does his family think? What is his background? You know, what is his socio-economic background? Where does he come from? How many brothers and cousins does he have? Do they believe what he believes? Are they a danger as well? No, for some reason, we're never going to ask these questions. And what's more scary is that nobody besides me seems to want to ask them either. Why not? I'm not saying, like, people should still, you know, push the agendas that they were pushing anywhere, but it would be like a nice trivia, a nice lore to have, you know? Like, by the way, this is why he did it. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, we'll see each other in the comment section. Take care.